Hi, everybody. Thank you for watching Around the Vlog. We are glad you're here. Do you like snakes, Jacqueline?
I don't want one as a pet. That's how I feel about and I don't like seeing them in nature. But if I'm at a zoo or caged, great.
Yeah, like I've
Or
seen,
someone holding it, totally fine.
I love lakes and ponds,
Okay.
but I've seen several water moccasin just like randomly. Like I'll be walking along the side and they're out of the water, but like
Mm-hmm.
coiled up, and I'm like, ah, that's
Yes, they're so scary
terrifying
and they just ugh.
in the wild for sure. But it'd be
Yeah.
even worse if I were in the water and then you see this coming
Oh,
at
no
you.
way.
Oh my
Done.
gosh,
I
no.
don't do dark water for that very reason.
Yeah.
No lakes. Uh-uh.
Yeah. We
No.
stayed in this Airbnb one time, and they said the owners had posted a
Uh-huh.
sign that said, if you go to the pond and kayak, beware because there are several water
No.
moccasins. It
No.
ruined it. I was like, oh
Yes.
my gosh, you don't tell us that when we're
No.
booking the cabin.
Yeah.
But yeah, not a huge fan of snakes. I do have a funny story when way back in the day, early 2000s, I used to anchor our morning show, and
Okay.
the SeaWorld was doing a traveling thing with some different animals, including a giant python.
Okay.
And so they're like, "Oh yeah, put it on your shoulders. It's
Yeah.
fine. No big deal." And I'm like,
Right here.
"Okay." Yeah, so I put it on my shoulders. This thing is
No,
heavy.
no.
So I have it like this. Its head's way over here and its
Okay,
tail's over here.
okay.
So my co-anchor at the time was over here,
Sure.
and he goes up to pet it, and he walks up like this to it, and the snake goes and hisses at him and shows its fangs. I mean, they're non-venomous, but they can still bite. And he goes, "Whoa!" And then SeaWorld, I was like this. I go, "Get it off! Get it off! Get it
Mhm.
off!" So SeaWorld had to come in and take it off my shoulders. But that, yeah, not really my thing.
I bet that made for some great TV though.
That unfortunately happened during the break,
Oh
but
man,
it would
that would have
have
been
been
gold.
amazing.
Would have been
Yes.
gold.
Yes. So I want to say, was it New York or was it LA?
So this poor woman is living
LA.
in Los Angeles,
Hmm.
where she got the fright of a lifetime at her apartment complex.
Yes.
Yes.
She goes out to take out the trash.
Hmm.
And when you live in an apartment complex, usually it's a big dumpster.
Right.
So on top of the dumpster is this 20-foot live python coiled up. Look at that. It doesn't even
No
have hardly anything
way.
to rest on. I pictured the lid being
I
closed.
did too. I figured she, it was a whole deal where she was gonna have to lift the lid, but goodness.
Yeah, no. So, most
That
likely, I mean, obviously, this is LA, so it had to
right.
have been somebody's pet.
Totally a pet.
Look at
Probably
its head
someone
moving.
from the apartment.
Ooh. Yeah.
See, is why these things should not be pets.
It makes you wonder, like, did it go down the stairs? I mean,
Yeah.
how did it? Surely it didn't take the elevator because it can't push the buttons. So, like, or did it slither through some pipes?
They can get really compact. I am not a snake expert at all, but this does not surprise me, but it does totally frighten me. And then the worst part of this poor situation for this girl, not only did she call for help, like anyone would, they told her animal control never showed up.
Uh-huh.
And
Police
so,
are like, that's not us.
yeah.
Animal control never showed up, so an animal rescue group came and got it.
And so now it's probably someone's pet again, where it should be in the first place, I guess.
Yeah, I
But
mean, those things don't roam free in LA, so
no.
that's just crazy
Look
to
at
me.
that. See how it's moving? That's just
I
frightening.
know its head. That's crazy.
Can you
Um,
imagine taking your trash out and seeing that thing slowly?
ugh.
What a nightmare.
And it's probably hungry, and that's probably why it's on the dumpster. It doesn't, well, first of all,
Well,
have any idea
yeah.
where to go. Um, and thirsty and all of those things.
Yeah.
So I'm glad a rescue group got it. Um,
Hmm.
I would never have one of these as a pet. And that thing, 20 feet long, is in an apartment complex.
No, thank you.
Boa constrictors are the ones that squeeze till you die.
Okay. Yeah, that's kind of scary, right?
Yeah, and so pythons, I'm not sure if they do something similar, but they are massive. And they can unhinge their jaws,
Uh
and
huh.
take in a large rodent.
And
Um,
just snap it.
yeah. In Indonesia, there have been a few cases of people being eaten by, I think they're pythons, but maybe they're boa constrictors.
Yeah.
So they wrap themselves, they'll just come out of the, when people are walking through the jungle. Obviously, this
Okay.
doesn't happen downtown, but when they're walking through the jungle, they as a lot of people do there for
Okay.
getting to and from places, it's happened at least twice that I know of, where a snake will come up, bite them, and then wrap around them quickly, And so you don't have time to fight it off. And then every time you take a breath, like it squeezes tighter, it
Ooh.
squeezes tighter until eventually you can't breathe, and then it swallows them. And they've had at least, I know of a man and a woman, and they've had to, people go out and look. And
Sure.
the man was so big that the snake died. But he was all the way inside the snake, and they had to cut it open. And I mean, obviously the man died and the woman died. So horrible.
What an uplifting story.
I know. Do you like that?
I do. I do like this next one. Monkeys have in the Amazon rainforest, I believe. Yes, Amazon rainforest are obviously we hear all the time about animals are losing their habitats to humans,
Mm-hmm.
encroachment. And so they've built bridges up in the rainforest for the monkeys to have a more safe natural habitat for them. All the way up high in the rainforest, a canopy walkway for
Mm-hmm.
these monkeys.
Mm-hmm.
So they can scurry up. And you know, it really keeps them safe. It keeps them out of the roadway because I do hear about the stories about these monkeys being, you know, unintentionally harmed in the roadways. And so they are able to be up high safe in their more natural ecosystem.
Yeah, there we go. There it is. Okay, these are some cute little monkeys that we have here. So they're using these bridges that the World Wildlife Fund created for them
So
to
cool.
get them off the ground. But the different kinds of monkeys, we have tamarins, capuchins, and Colombian red howlers right there. So anything we can do to save our rainforests, it's getting ridiculous. It has been
Mhm.
ridiculous. And it's, very small places on Earth that we have left
Right.
with these rainforests. So this is the Amazon and the Peruvian jungle. So, yeah, and they're having fun. They're like, "What's this new toy?"
Did you ever travel there? I know you're a world traveler.
Yes, I
Have
have.
you been here? No.
Nope,
Okay.
nope. And I've been to Malaysia and Indonesia, and we have mean little spider monkeys there, different kinds of monkeys, but they're
Really?
the ones that are mean to the tourists, and they'll hiss at you and they'll
Okay.
bite you, and they'll grab whatever they can, whatever you're holding, they'll grab. But especially like you would see tourists carrying backpacks with, say, a banana in the side pocket,
Uh-huh.
yoink, and they
Oh
love that.
wow.
But like they'll grab your sunglasses, they'll grab your phone and run away just to be ornery.
That's great.
Yeah. So, but I'm happy. I love monkeys. I think they're just the cutest things, and apes. So this makes me happy.
Yeah.
I
Very cool
like it.
story. Do you enjoy going to see the monkeys at the
That's
Oklahoma City Zoo?
the apes are my favorite.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. And the giant orangutan, I want to say he might have passed away, but I don't remember. Anyway, we haven't been for a few years, but my daughter Everly, every time we would
Mhm.
go, and she would just sit and look at him or her, I think it was a boy,
Okay.
and he would just stare back at her and just like study her and look her
Yeah.
up and down. It was the cutest thing. I don't know. I think they're just precious, and I love how they love their young and how they carry them around.
Yes. Very you know, obviously human like
Hmm.
in their maternal
That one
skills.
has a baby on its back. Did you see that?
I didn't.
We'll have to wait and let it roll again. Um, so is this are monkeys your favorite too at the zoo?
No, no. I really love the tortoise. That was a
Oh,
big
okay.
deal for me when I was younger.
The Galapagos
Hmm.
tortoise. Those things are huge and they live forever.
Forever.
We're getting ready to see this mama monkey with the baby on its back. It's worth watching because it's super cute. It kind of blends in. But yeah, they're known to climb fast and
Hmm.
far. Um, but some could still use a little bit of help, and so that's what this is for. And really, it does bridge the
Right.
gap.
Yeah. It keeps them safe off the roadways because
Right
that
there. Did you see
I did. They are so endangered though.
it? Yeah, they are. So many different
Hmm.
and a lot of these, like the rainforest houses specific species that you can't find anywhere else, just like in Australia or New Zealand, it's amazing.
Yeah,
It's anyway, we just need to preserve it as much as possible.
absolutely.
So, okay, let's go ahead and take a break. When we come back, wow, I love this story. This is the coolest story.
Yeah, it's super exciting.
This couple decided to have a baby from a frozen embryo that was 30 years old. We'll tell you about that coming up.